Well, everyone, iOS 18.3.1 has just officially came out, which is very interesting considering that iOS 18.3 came out a couple of weeks ago. I'm very happy that Apple is pushing out these updates, but I am very unhappy with how they're kind of dropping these like change logs and how they're not really giving us a lot of information on what they're changing in here. Now, the big thing to keep in mind is that this update coming from the previous version of software for me was about 410.6 megabytes. So it definitely wasn't the biggest size update, but definitely not the smallest either. Now, here's the problem I have with these updates. Apple just said this update provides important bug fixes and security updates and is recommended for all users. Now, that's great, and I love to see that, right? But we don't really know exactly what Apple ended up fixing here. There's just bug fixes and there's just improvements here. And in fact, even if you click onto this link and you open it up, it pretty much tells you the exact same thing. It tells you a little bit more in detail, but it tells us that there's specific security release updates and all these things. Now within iOS 18.3.1, even here, if you kind of click on it, it doesn't really tell us anything super insane. Now it does kind of give us a little bit more in detail than what it is there, but basically it says, there's this update. It impacted a physical attack may disable USB restricted mode on a locked device. So they mentioned that Apple is made aware and they went ahead and basically fixed this issue. So that was one thing that we did see. I saw it reported actually a couple weeks ago. And essentially it was this thing where if people were plugging in certain devices into your iPhone, basically your iPhone could have basically gone through and even, you wouldn't get access to your phone in some ways. But it looks like that has now been fixed and addressed for the most part in this particular situation as well. So I'm really, really happy to see that. That's always a really good thing to see. So Apple went through and fixed that. Now it's going to take us a little bit more time for us to kind of see exactly what new things have been added, but I can definitely tell you, almost guarantee you, that there's not really any features that have been added here. As far as I can tell, there's no more new settings here. There's not going to be Apple Intelligence improvements or updates. There's just going to be changes and things that Apple is going to be fixing. So that's a very important thing to keep in mind. One thing I've noticed on all iOS 18 versions, as soon as I open up the app, the settings app, it takes so long for things to load up, like these icons here. I don't know why it takes so long, even now, for these icons to update. It looks so finicky. I don't know why. It looks so ugly when Apple does that. So that is a very, very weird thing. The apps load up fine, but Apple really needs to fix that because every single time I load up the settings application, it has to reload these icons here. I never really experienced that on any iPhone version before. So that's another thing I've always noticed even from previous versions of iOS on iOS 18. Now, when it comes down to when iOS 18.4 is going to be coming out, again, we're not really 100% too sure. iOS 18.3.1 just came out today. Probably say that probably towards the end of this, maybe mid-March or first week of March, we could be seeing, maybe March 3rd, we could be seeing iOS 18.4. So I think that would be great. But so far, that's kind of what we're seeing within iOS 18.3.1. It's one of those updates that I'm happy Apple pushed out, but there's still a lot of things Apple needs to fix. So in terms of that kind of covers it up there. If you have any other thoughts or questions, please let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.